Welcome, TSM. Thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank you for having us.
Hey, my pleasure. I wasn't doing anything else. So it's gonna be 15 to 20 minutes of questions. You guys know the drill. Most of you have been through this before. So let's get started. Media, I will call on you when you raise your hands. And the first one is Lynn with Run It Back.
Hello. My first question is, what's it been like at the facility? I see that you all are there at the main TSM facility. So could you talk about your thoughts on being there and what's it going to be like playing together?
Well, oh my God, I'm hearing myself in someone else's mic. It's been really great so far. We arrived this morning and we had the chance to like deathmatch a little bit and like test the computers. We've definitely like been very who's laughing? I can't see. Stop, mute yourself. Sorry. What was I saying? No, TSM's like really taking care of us like a lot. We visited the facility. Personally, I feel very focused. Having the chance to practice here, I feel like, you know, I have an objective and I'm working towards it. Like seeing like the whole organization behind, like every worker is working here live. So it's kind of fun to see like how big TSM is really like live on the spot. So it's been really great so far. Yeah. And there we had like 2 personal chefs for us too that are cooking us delicious meals. So that's been really great.
Yeah, it's been like an insane experience. I think so far, like we've already done so much and it feels like awesome that we're here. I think everyone's been really welcoming and it's kind of like settling in that we are actually here and we're practicing together and stuff. And it's been really sick. I think we've done like a lot of content, which is really cool. And I think just in general, it's going to help like the team morale kind of stay upbeat and everything, like seeing everyone in person. I think it's going to be really helpful for us as well. So I'm just really excited to be here. The facility is awesome. So far, they've like helped us with everything. They've given us a bunch of resources we can use. Like it's been really, really sick. So
Awesome. Let's go to Aaron from Upcomer next.
Thanks for taking the time to talk to us. I had a really hard-hitting question that's really gonna shake the ground beneath you. But if you could have any crosshair in Valorant, any crosshair at all that you would want, I know the Among Us one was really popular with that. If you could have any crosshair, any design emblem in the world, what would it be?
can I have the TSM logo? That'd be so fun. Like a TSM logo, just shooting people. That'd be pretty cool.
Any others? One more?
And coach's answer?
Of course, anybody can answer.
I liked the tic-tac-toe one for a while. I thought that was creative. That was like trademarked by a proto on Luminosity. But other than that, I'd probably go with circles. I'm more of a dot person. Anything circular is really like different than CS. Like Counter-Strike, I come from Counter-Strike, and I've never seen a dot crosshair, or let alone just a circle of an outline.
The
Nice.
TSM logo, got it.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Wait, can I go?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. If I could have one, it wouldn't be a square, but it'd be like a 3D cube. Yeah.
Yeah, like your Rubik's Cube.
Yeah. But like a 3D cube, not just a flat square.
Mind blowing. Let's go to Declan next.
Yeah, this is for anyone. I was just wondering what you all thought of the new map Fracture, either competitively if you scrimmed it at all or just casually.
We haven't scrimmed Fracture yet because it's not in the upcoming tournament in VCT. It's not in the rotation. But I think like Emily played it quite a bit in like 10 mans and everything. So maybe you can talk a little bit about that.
It's so much fun. It's so refreshing. It's something really different. I think it's gonna be really fun to actually see it in competitive play because I haven't either, but I have played in 10 mans and it's a blast.
Yeah, I think for me, it's just it's fun because it's like so confusing. Like I think trying to get the timings down and like I've only played it in unrated and stuff, but like trying to get the timings down and stuff is super like fun and funky. I feel like it's a nice new like refresher type of thing because like all the maps have been kind of similar in some aspects. It's like the portals and bind were really fun, and now it's like fracture is like totally different. I think it'll like introduce a lot of new metas too, which is really interesting to see. Like I genuinely have no idea how it's gonna play out in competitive play, especially like tier one like tournaments and stuff. Like I really wonder if it's gonna be like a game changer almost for like how people normally play Valorant. So that's really interesting to me. Like I'm really looking forward to that.
For me, like I feel like my brain won't be able to be wrapped around the concept of fracture. Like being able to like split a site right away, like taking the rope and like splitting one A or B right off the bat. It's gonna be. I've played like CS:GO for like 15 years before Valorant, so the new concept might be a little difficult for my brain to be wrapped around, but I'm excited to play it. It's gonna be new and fun and fresh. So
I think for me, from a strategic end, I like the 4 orb concept. It's definitely new. I want to give you props for giving it like every map their own little gimmick, their own little quirk. I think that's really creative. No map is very similar to each other. But I think this one, it's like, yeah, like everyone said, I think we're just gonna have to watch the pros play it and copy stuff from there, make it our own. That's sort of how we do things here, but we also like having our own little twist on things. So yeah, good job on Fracture so far. I think it's gonna play out really well.
Okay, let's go to Aaron at Inven.
Hey y'all, thanks for being here. My question is hardware related. I've been kind of doing a bit of a survey of different Valorant players, and I would like to know what mouse you all use and what you're looking for when you think about what's ideal with a mouse.
I use the Logitech Superlight, and what I'm mostly looking for is something that fits my hand because I have really small hands, I feel like, and the Superlight's perfect for that. And especially like it has to fit your grip and everything too, and it feels really comfortable.
Yeah, I'm also using the super light, and for me, I think the biggest thing is like kind of the like first of all, it's the shape. I think kind of like what Emily said, I do prefer like the smaller kind of mice, and I also like it when it's lighter because it just feels easier to use for me. But I also look for like the longevity of the mouse to see how long it lasts and like how much rage it puts up with. And like for me, the Superlight's been perfect so far for it. Like I haven't had any issues. I've had issues with different mice in the past, so just kind of looking to see if this one holds up enough.
for me, I'm using the G703, and I have the way I grip my mouse is like I don't like have a flat hand on my mouse, if it makes sense. I kind of like grip it like a claw, and that's why like I prefer like big mice, and so the G703 is like perfect for that. And like Athena said, the G703 like lasts for it's wireless too, which is really a nice bonus from like the old wired mouse, and it lasts for like what 5 days without recharging it. So and I play like 12 hours a day, so that's really great. Yeah.
Yeah, wireless is such a big thing. Like it's actually like a game changer. Like I used to use wired for so long, as did everyone, right? And like once I switched to wireless, I don't think I can ever go back. Like I'm never buying another mouse bungee ever again.
Okay, let's go to Pedro with the click.
Yes, hello. First of all, congrats on making it this far in the tournament. This question goes out to Dodo Not.
Recording in progress.
Well, heading into this, well, for the past 2 months, you've been playing as a trial member, but it didn't take until earlier today to be announced as an official member of the team heading into this tournament. And so I also been to work with the team since joining earlier in the summer until now.
Oh, it's been really great actually, because we had a lot of time to prepare for the tournament and prepare for the announcements. And yeah.
Yeah, I think for us personally, it's been a while that we haven't played with Donut, and I think she's really found herself playing with us as a team. I think that even though the announcement took a while, I feel like everyone kind of knew that she was gonna play with us, but I think she's adjusting really, really well to the team since she moved and stuff. And like she's adjusted really, really well to the region too, like the metas and stuff. So we're really grateful to have her on our team.
Okay, let's go back to Lynn and run it back.
So you all have created a bit of a rivalry with Dignitas. You competed against them multiple times in the qualifiers. So I was curious as to if you do end up competing against them again in the main event, how do you plan to adapt to kind of competing with this team, since your kind of results have changed when you've competed with them the first time versus the second time?
So I don't think for us, like we're not gonna prepare anything for Dig. I think the second BO3 that we lost against them, we lost it to ourselves in a way, because I feel like it's just like Valorant is such a fast-paced game. I feel like if you lose the momentum for a little bit, like a match can like get like it can have like a domino effect pretty quickly. So I think it's what happened on the second day when we replayed Dig, considering like we 13-0'd them the first day. So I think it's just gonna be mental prep, and like I think being on LAN here and boot camping is really gonna help for that, because we're gonna be able to cheer everyone up, like if someone's down or not talking as much or something like that. So I think this is like the perfect solution for us, and honestly I can't wait to play them. Like I'm so super excited to actually hopefully win.
Yeah, and just to add on to that, we do play them again on Thursday. That's our first match.
Okay, let's go to Aaron with Upcomer.
So we're heading into the final series within Game Changer, and it's been a pretty big deal for a lot of people. And we know Valorant has a huge community of women, and the backing of the publisher for this tournament and other things definitely shown that there's some serious efforts behind it. But why do you think Valorant is the game to have all this happen in such a big way? There's been leagues like this before, tournaments like this before, but I don't think it has been as major. So why do you think Valorant is the game for this to happen in?
I think just look at who backs it, right? They backed up so many like success.
Oh, you went on mute.
Oh yeah, something happened. They all went on mute at the same time.
Oh, all of you went on mute.
While he fixes it, I'll continue. So kind of just to add on to what Zach said, I can wait, is it working again?
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay,
Hello?
you can continue.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so basically look at who's backing it. They care about everything. They care about the community. They ask the right questions to the right players. And they update it every single week, every single day almost, it feels like. I don't feel like it's something Counter-Strike ever had, which is just, like passion, like behind them. And I think that's what's making the difference. And also obviously, just the amount of support they have and resources they have to make this amazing game that we all play every day. So.
Yeah, I have to agree with Zach. I think most of it comes from Riot and the way they've approached it. to be fair, like I know you said that there have been other leagues, but in CS, for example, we didn't have any leagues. Like those were all maybe like female made ones. Like we have run them before, or like the tournaments have been run by third-party tournament organizers. It's never been CSGO reaching out to female players specifically and cutting down on harassment and trying to like fix all those kind of issues. Riot has been really, really good with trying to deny those kinds of things from happening in a server. They've been really like penalizing people who have been abusing those kinds of things like misogyny or sexism or harassment in general. So I think that is one, creating like a more open space for females to play. Whereas CSGO, like honestly, I don't think they really did that. They didn't really listen to a lot of what we asked for. And yeah, like Riot themselves have ran this female league, and for like League of Legends, for example, like I haven't really seen that many female leagues. I know it's a little harder to come across female teams in League, but it is there. Like the most important part is giving them a platform to show themselves. And obviously with Riot giving such a big like prize pool, for example, it encourages one, orgs to start joining, and two, it encourages more females to kind of step up in the scene and actually take it seriously and competitive. Whereas like in games like CS, we never really had the platform to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're at our last 3 questions. Declan, you're next.
Yeah, this one is for the players who are around on TSM for Game Changers 1, which I think is Athena, Kath, and Emily. I was just wondering what you guys thought about the current Polaris situation with them having to substitute in a player, since it is pretty similar to what you guys had to deal with in Game Changers 1 with Lunacrats.
Oh, I think it's normal. Like I think those kinds of issues happen a lot where people have to sub in players. I think like I don't really want to speak on it because I'm not really 100% sure what happened. I don't know what exactly is going on, but I mean, I do think like letting them play and letting them just sub someone makes sense. I mean, I don't think anyone, as long as it hasn't been like any like major things, because I know it wasn't cheating and it wasn't anything like that. So I think it's fine. I think it might harm them a little bit because that's kind of what happened with us. Obviously, you know, like changing your fifth last second is really rough to deal with. But I think it's just normal. Like I think it's just a tournament, like enforcing their rules kind of thing.
I think it's fine also considering that this is like a tournament to like welcome the female scene and people who identify as women too. So I don't feel like having a harsh punishment for that is something that is that much important. I think letting them have a sub is better than like letting them play, you know, that's the only thing that matters in the end.
Okay, let's go to Lynn at Run It Back.
For Game Changers Series 3, this series, the qualifiers have been a bit different this time around with the Swiss elimination format. I just wanted some general thoughts on this new format. What do you think compared to the previous ones?
I personally prefer the old format that we had, which I think was just round robin, correct? Yeah.
It was like groups and then
Yeah. Just because I didn't like how we had to play, like how separate like the games were. So like one day we played 2 best of 3s, I think, or was it just 1?
Played 1, then 2, then 1.
Yeah, that's what I hated. Like I hated playing 1 one day and then having the rest of the day off and then playing 2 the next and then 1 the next. It felt like it was really spread out when I would rather do at least like 2 every day. Because it could have been like a 2-day event rather than taking up the whole weekend.
Yeah, I think Swiss format can work. I think for us, we just kind of got like a little unlucky because obviously playing the same team within 2 days is kind of rough. Only because like, you know, like it gives them time to analyze everything and go over stuff. And I think after like the 13-0, obviously they won in the VODs and like looked over a lot of things. And I think that for me personally, I would love to play a more like variety of teams. Like we didn't get to face like any of the other org teams, right? Like we only got to face Stig. So like for me, I think Swiss format can work. I just think for us, like it would be nice to play more teams rather than play less games, but like make it through. I don't know, like winning 3 games and making it through just seems like a little compared to like playing 3 BO3s and then playing playoffs and then making it through, if that makes sense. So yeah.
I feel like I wish there was a format where because now like what happened in this qualifier during the Swiss rounds is that we kind of qualified for the qualifier in a way. Like we made it to the top 16 and then the next day we had to replay like depending on like the seeding that you had. But maybe like I just wish that like Riot, maybe like it would be like giving preference to some teams, but I think like most of the top 8 are like kind of always the same. So maybe like just invite like the orgs to that top 16 like playoffs, because most likely they're gonna make it and kind of save us a little time in a way. But other than that, I think like the tournament, it ran smoothly. It was just like a little long for my taste.
All right, and last question goes to Pedro.
Yes, this question goes out to everyone, including the coach. Within the short history of Game Changers, TSM has had a consistent record by finishing in 5th and 6th twice. Some of the members mentioned recently that certain issues that prohibited the team from going further in both tournaments. But for this time around, what's it going to take what is it going to take to break that consistency of 5th, 6th place?
I think right now we have like a great like starting 5. I felt like there was kind of like always like in the first time, like we only had like 1 week of practice with our new 5th because of like the last minute sub, and then the second time we didn't feel like the chemistry was right with the like our teammate at the time. But right now I feel like having the chance to boot camp, seeing each other, building that chemistry, I really feel like it's like a new start in a way. And we have a better foundation than we ever had, I think. Also, one more thing to add up is that we've been working with an analyst more. Like it's been different than the 2 other VCTs, and I feel like our strat book is a lot deeper. We fixed a lot of our mistakes that we were doing in game, and I think like this time I'm hoping we get like at least top 3, and I really believe we can with this roster if like we're having like a really good day for sure. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Kath. I think we have a different roster. One, the analyst brings in a more in-depth strat book, which is 2. But 3, it's just being ourselves and vibing with each other. I think everyone on this team has a strong foundation and a strong mentality to be really great players, no matter what team they play on. But having them all together, it just brings a great energy. And we just need to remember that's where we come from. That's our foundation. And if that goes down, well, that's not us, right? So we have to practice how we play, and that's being the best and being our best selves, and just having that the great chemistry that everyone has within each other. It's really good.
Yeah, I think one of the biggest things too is that we in the first one obviously was under like really awkward circumstances with having to have a sub play, obviously kind of ruined all our plans. The second one, we were definitely having more of a role crisis issue. And I like stuff like in game with oh, sorry, I can hear myself for a second. Stuff like in game, like who's playing which roles and stuff. Like I think we've really ironed out those issues that we used to have, as well as like we've been like switching through IGLs, and we've been switching through like different play styles and stuff. And we finally like settled on like the bigger voices and the voices that need to step up more and the voices that need to like chill out a bit more. And like it's just a mixture of everything that we've ironed out, like a lot of our fundamental issues as a team rather than just like in-game stuff. And So I feel like we have a really, really solid foundation, like Cass said, like we actually have ironed out all those issues and those role issues, and like we've settled on the foundation, and we're like going way deeper into our strat book and everything to make it really, really good. And I also expect us to place like at least top 3 this time around, hopefully.
All right. Thank you very much, TSM, for joining us today. Best of luck this weekend, and we will see you on Sunday at our winners press conference.
Woo! Thank you for having us. Winners press conference. Let's go, baby.
Enjoy LA while you're here. It's beautiful
Thank
weather.
you.
As
Thank you,
always.
guys.
Ooh, are you gonna come visit us?
I think that's against the rules. I don't
Oh.
know.
After
But-
the tournament.
Okay, yeah. Well,
Okay.
let's go.
We're going to Universal if you want to come.
Oh, nice, sweet. All right. Well, you guys have a great evening. Enjoy your 2 personal chefs. I'm also very jealous of that.
It's amazing.
And yeah, take care. We'll see you Sunday.
Thank you
Awesome.
guys.
Thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
having us.
having us. Bye.